I don't know if you've noticed, but the world has went mental. Everybody in the whole world has went mental. But I've no, and you've no, and that's why we're talking. Right? Everybody's got an opinion on absolutely everything. Right? Everybody's getting involved in everything and that, and you're going, Like, I just stick to my own. I just stick to my family, my pals, my neighbours, know what I mean? My relations. Not. I try not to get too involved in everybody else's. There's things that we can see are right and wrong and all that. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about. But the things I'm talking about is like this Charlie Kirk, right? And then everybody's getting, oh, that's terrible. And everybody's saying, well, it was him that liked guns and all that. And I'm going, what? Why are you getting upset either way? They're here. They're in Glasgow. And they're getting annoyed about, or like greeting about something that's happened in the other side of the world with people who don't care about you or me. And I'm like, all right, that's a shame. It's a shame, it's never nice to hear. But I'm trying to focus on the things that are here so that I don't lose my mind. Right? I'm trying to, you can only focus on your tribe, right? That's the way it's always been. And that's the way it always will be. You start focusing on any more than like 100 people or something like that, you're going to have trouble. Try to no go insane. Right? That's what I'm saying. So everybody can go and do what they're wanting to do. But they're going to need to leave me out of it. Because I've got enough things to worry about here with my stuff. And I'm talking about. And I think yous are the same. I think yous are getting pretty sick of all the people talking about all the things all the time. Do you know what I mean? Just pick a couple of things. I've got a couple of things I keep my eye on, right? And I feel strongly about and all that. But then see everything else, it doesn't bother me. I just go, it's no my beef. Right? It's no my beef. You just crack on with that, right? That's fine. You just crack on with that, that's fine. I'm wanting to talk about things. I'm wanting to help the Waynes that are about here, the football teams that I run, my Waynes, my wife, my family, my wife's family, my pals, my neighbours, my people round about, right? And does that make me a bad guy? Maybe. But I don't think so. I think it just makes me realistic about the things that I can affect. Do you know what I mean? What is the point in me getting worried about something that's happening in America? I don't even agree with all. I disagree with all of them. I think they're all nuts, especially in America. Not every single American person, but just all the people on this side and that side, and they're shouting at each other and all that, and I'm going like that. All right, look, have we got a pitch booked for the Waynes, the second team on Sunday? Because that's the Saturday one. So, do you know what I'm talking about? Have we got that sorted out? Are the Waynes reading okay? Are the Waynes happy? Is everything all right? The neighbour, I've not seen that neighbour for a few days. I'm going to maybe go and have to check on her. Do you know what I mean? She's old. It's starting to get a bit colder at night. I don't know if her heating's coming on properly or whatever. We should maybe, I'm going to go and chat with Dora. I'm not going to start shouting yay or nay to America. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. I feel as if everybody else has gone too far down that road and they're not focusing on this road. They're focusing on the next village and they're not sorting out their own village. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's the way I feel as if it's gone. All the time. Let's just try and get things in perspective, right? Get things into perspective. That's terrible. But this here, we can affect this and we can take joy in that. It's coming out of September. Why don't we start focusing on that? Like, I know that's happened, right? That's bad in America and all that. There's shooting and all that, but that's and then there's other shootings and that, but you don't stay in America. I don't stay in America. right? We stay here. And what we've got to focus on now, you've got your own challenges. You've got autumn coming. Is your garden squared up? Because you're not going back out there once it starts getting cold. So you need to get your garden squared up, like, pronto. You need to get your garden squared up yesterday, right? Don't be fooled with the fact that we can still cut about in shorts and t-shirt now because we're having a somewhat mild September. It's going to get cold. It's going to get cold imminently, right? That's all I'm saying. So that's all well and good, watching your wee programmes about America and all that. But get your garden squared up before it's too late and it ends up a riot and you're ashamed of yourself the full winter, right? Get yourself candles. Candles are good. Candles are good. They're good for your mental state, especially coming into the autumn. I'm talking about. If you've got a fire, light your fire. Start to ease yourself and go, oh, I'm actually looking quite forward to it. You're not looking forward to it, you know, but it's a lie that we tell ourselves at this time of the year to try and help us cope with the fact that we're about to be plunged into darkness for about 4 months of freezing cold, wet, disgusting darkness, right? It's going to be dark. I don't want to kick you when you're doing right, but I'm just saying to you, you've got enough on your plate here with Football in a Bit America. Pretty soon you're going to be out on the roads, whether you're driving or on a bus or walking, and there's going to be hundreds of headlights flashing at you. Do you know why? Because it's dark for 4 o'clock. Rush hour in the morning and rush hour at night is now dark. And when you used to be driving and it was bad enough, driving in busy roads and all that, now it's going to be dark and all the lights are going to be in your eyes. You're going to be having to navigate sore heads. Right? That's the kind of decisions you're going to be making. You has not get space in your mind to start putting in American gun laws, not, right? It doesn't apply to you. You've probably never been to America. I've never been to America. And please God, I'll never be in America. Right? That's true. I was going to say I'm just kidding. But there's a few countries in the world that I will never be. If I ever put a video on saying, I've said this to my wife enough, if I ever phone you and say that I'm in Russia, no matter what I say in that conversation, I have been kidnapped. I am in Russia against my wishes, right? Same is true of all African countries, right? And I know some people will say, oh, but Tunisia and all that, or Morocco, they're holiday destinations. No for me, right? I like black and white. I like to draw a line somewhere and I like not to cross it. And that line for me is Africa, the continent of Africa, right? Russia, as I said, China. China is 100%, China is the top of that list. So a good friend of mine, for Donegal, was in China there, right? And he says it was very good, it was interesting to see it and all that, and they do things differently. And now he's learned a lot from it and all that. But that guy's a genius, right? He's a good guy and he's a genius. Better guy than me. I'm not going to China, right? He's saying, look, it was good I learned that they value security over freedom. They would rather that their jobs are secure and that their income's secure and that they've got food security, rather than saying, well, hell, I'm allowed to go out and shoot whoever I want because I'm free. And not, that's what they value, right? So he's like, that was an eye-opener. And I like that. I'm down with that. But I will still never be in China in my life unless I've been kidnapped and taken there against my will, right? I'll never be in Afghanistan. I'll never be in all the stands. I'll never be in a country that ends in stan in my full life. That I swear, I can promise you now. And if I'm you send help, right? If I ever post and on the wee thing it says Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Kurdistan, Turkmenistan, you send help. You say, Paddy's posted a video and although he was smiling and laughing at it, send help because he needs to get out of that country because he has been kidnapped. He has been kept there against his will. That will never change. It's not changed up to now and it will never change the rest of my life. I will never be there of my own accord. Right? one good thing today is surround yourself with like-minded people. People that think the same as you. Not absolutely the same as you, right? Like, surround yourself with people of, now, for different backgrounds and that, of course. But I'm talking about people who would never go to anywhere that would end in Stan, right? My wife's the same. That's what I'm talking about. Find yourself a wife or husband or partner that has the same fundamental beliefs as you. And that is the fact that we will never be in China. Me and my wife disagree on some things, but we agree on the important things. One of which, probably the most important thing that we agree on in our lives, is that we will never be in China unless our flight has been diverted against our will and we are being held captive, right? That's it. So that's all I'm saying. Try not to worry about things. Try not to get involved in things that aren't. Before you know it, people are starting to judge you based on what your opinion is and how that varies for their opinion on something, on everything, right? Pick a few, right? Palestine is obviously different. That's a genocide going on there, and and we have to do what we can, right? But the likes of the politics in America, internal politics of another country that is the other side of the world, that you will probably never be in, or never be in again, or be in once on holiday or something like that. It's no worth fighting out with people there in real life. That's all I'm saying, right? Fight the good fight, but stay out of the bad ones. That's what I say. Fight the good fight, but stay out of the bad ones. And I feel as if we've all learned something here today, right? I feel as if hopefully we've all learned, yous have learned maybe what I think about a few things, right? And I've learned that I've got 12 minutes of memory left in my phone, which I would have put strong money on not being the case. I thought I was going to have a wee 2.5 minute video there, but it just shows you there's a space in my phone that I didn't know was there. And is that AI? I don't know. If it is AI, do I like AI? No, I still hate AI. Right? I'll never like AI. I'll never like AI. Even if my horn falls off, right? And AI comes along and a robot and it goes and it whips a horn back on me and I'll go, get out of my face, AI. That's what I'll say to AI. Even if it does me the best turn, I'll say, get out of my face, AI. God bless.